Ahead on American Sunrise, government funding and government assistance programs are set to run out in the next 24 hours amid the current government shutdown, which is already historically calamitous. President Trump has called on Senate Republicans, though, to enact the nuclear option. So will they go for it? We'll have analysis throughout the show. Plus, Senators Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, Mitch McConnell, and Rand Paul likely will not get invitations to trick-or-treat at the White House. And yes, we are naming names this morning. Later, how they joined Senate Democrats to try and hamstring President Trump's tariffs on Canada. And no shrimp on the barbie for you. Why is one Australian city banning outdoor gas barbecues? Those stories and so much more right now on American Sunrise.
Good morning, America.
Welcome to American Sunrise.
Whether it's culture,
We have breaking news to share with you.
politics,
President Trump is joining us live now from Florida.
we've got you covered.
This is what it looks like to be a patriot.
We have to protect the American family.
The American dream is still alive.
I'm David Brody.
I'm Terrence.
And I'm Dr. Gina. Good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Gina. Happy Freedom Friday. Happy Puppy Friday. There's some other holiday, I don't know, but I don't know. Some of us celebrate, some of us don't. Do you let us know in our chat? We want to bring in David Brody in Washington, D.C., and Terrence Bates in our Denver newsroom. And I'm here in the Palm Beaches, you guys. It's a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but for the city of Palm Beach, for the state of Florida, today is the day the president comes back home to open the season, as we call it. Goes from Halloween to Mother's Day, where Mar-a-Lago is open. He welcomes people there, and let's just say the traffic, it's a whole other deal starting today. So yeah, and he is coming home tonight, so I was mistaken about that, David Brody.
Very cool. Hey, guys, before we kind of get into the nuts and bolts of the show, David, what's the costume you're wearing today? Who are you dressed up as?
I'm dressed up as an anchor, and
Anchor
thank you
man
very much.
or-
Anchor. No, anchor man. Stay classy, Gina. Stay classy, teammates.
Nicely
But this is
played.
it right here. It's the pocket square. It's my subliminal way. It's not really subliminal. It's right there with Halloween. But how about our control room? Are you kidding me? They've come all decked out today. Oh, my goodness. Donald Trump directing the show today, which is, he does everything, Gina. He really does.
Those
I had no idea
headphones don't
Donald
quite fit, but yeah.
Is
You
Curtis
see the red
Sliwa?
berets there.
Curtis
That's Curtis
Sliwa.
Sliwa, yes. That's impressive right there.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Two Curtis
And here's the thing,
Sliwas.
they're all New Yorkers, too. They're all New Yorkers, so it really fits, right?
Oh, that's right. They are all New Yorkers, so it does fit.
Yeah, well, good
That
for
is
them.
hilarious.
Good for that. That's great stuff. By the way, President Trump was also trick-or-treating. Well, he wasn't trick-or-treating, okay, but he was giving out candy for sure. And can I just tell you, eventually we'll see the video, I'm assuming, but this McDonald's drive-thru yesterday, that was the best get-up of all the costumes. There it is. Someone came as a McDonald's drive-thru. I mean, from a former McDonald's employee, Donald Trump, to see
Paying
that.
homage.
Paying homage. That's thank you, Gina. Perfect words
Yes.
this morning. Good stuff. By the way, he literally got back from Asia like an hour before that, an hour and a half. And there he is handing out
See, this
candy.
is what
This guy.
This is what
He's got
cheeseburgers
stamina.
and Diet Cokes can do for you too.
In our health segment today.
Yes.
Hey, so speaking of food and food that's not healthy for you, Dr. Gina, are you a full candy bar person, or do you give out the mini candy bars to trick-or-treaters, or do you just turn off the light? I'm not going to lie, tonight I might just turn off the light and act like I'm not home, but typically I'm not that
Well,
guy.
my family does celebrate All Hallows Eve, which was a Saints' Day, and we celebrate the harvest time. You don't feel it so much here in Florida, but it has cooled off just a couple of degrees. It's not too bad. But no, we celebrate fall and we celebrate harvest. And in that vein, we usually host the after party to the Mar-a-Lago season open. So at my house, we're frantically getting ready, and usually I throw some bag of candy that I don't even know what it is out on the front porch for my kids to pass out because I'm usually honestly cleaning. So that's...
Well, let me just, for us, I got to tell you, you said turn out the lights, T-Bates. Yeah, that's pretty much what we do. I hate to be Scrooge on, early, if you will, on Halloween, but we kind of turn out the lights and we just don't do that. We just kind of don't do it. We do Harvest Festival. I mean, welcome to evangelical world, right?
Yeah.
We do Harvest Festival. Look, I mean, and that's the way we roll. It's not a non-negotiable. Well, it is in our house, but I mean, in other words, do your thing, right? I mean, it's not like this heaven or hell question at all, but I'm just saying that's just our preference. That's just our preference.
No, I get it.
And it's
I
not
get
judging.
it. I'm not.
It's just
No, not judging. Knock yourself
Absolutely.
out, whatever,
To be honest with you, David, if I'm going to judge, my judgment comes from people who give out just the smaller candy bars instead of whole candy bars. Like, that's my judgment. Like, if you don't do it at all, I'm okay with
it. But I don't even know.
My guess is they gave out.
I'm cool with that.
My sense is, I bet you if we did a survey, I bet you they were doing half candy bars more during Biden's term, full candy bars now during Trump's term. Anyhow, just saying.
Might be doing those Dubai ones with the gold that are like $40 a piece because, economy's good.
Ooh. Well, if you guys find a neighborhood that's giving out gold candy bars, call me. I'm coming.
Yeah, the
Gold
Willy
is up
Wonka
right
ones,
now. I'm
right?
coming.
There we go.
Willy Wonka.
All right. Well, you guys, speaking about pure gold, let's check out today's Bible verse.
Oh,
this
so
is the real
good.
treasure.
Nicely played.
Chapter 7, verse 38 and 39. He who believes in me, as the scripture has said, out of his heart will flow rivers of living water. But this he spoke concerning the Spirit, whom those believing in him would receive, for the Holy Spirit was not yet given because Jesus was not yet glorified. You guys, I got baptized in the Jordan, right where Jesus did in Israel this week. I sent pictures,
Really?
producers. Producers do not care that I had like an amazing spiritual.
We need those pictures.
I mean, that is cool. That was really, you felt it, and I was obviously baptized before, as I'm sure all of us have been. But that was special. That was really special. And then to be baptized by Pastor Jim Garlow, who was my pastor back in San Diego, was extremely special. All right, that they're waving the prompter at me, which means shut up and move on. We
They're
don't
going to
care
throw
about
things
your
at
trip.
you in
All
a
right.
moment. Yeah, exactly.
That's all right. Well,
Go
listen,
ahead.
the government shutdown is raging on, and President Trump is calling on Senate Republicans to end the filibuster and enact the nuclear option. Trump posted on Truth Social, it's a sick form of now legendary Trump derangement syndrome that only comes from losing too much. They want trillions of dollars to be taken from our healthcare system and given to others who are not deserving, people who have come into our country illegally, many from prisons and mental institutions. This will hurt American citizens, he said, and Republicans will not let it happen. It is time for Republicans to play their Trump card and go for what is called the nuclear option. Get rid of the filibuster and get rid of it now. For more, let's bring in former White House Deputy Press Secretary Hogan Gidley. Hogan, great to see you again. Great always to have you on the show. I'm sure you have strong opinions on this. What's going to happen here? We don't have Hogan after that whole...
Those mornings.
Then
apparently the
can I
goblins
keep
and the
talking
ghosts
about
and
my
the ghouls
baptism,
are...
please? Actually, because
Yes,
no, I'm kidding.
please.
No, I mean there's not that
Please.
much more to tell. It was just really, really special, and I really, I pray that all of you get the chance in your lifetime to go walk where Jesus walked, and to get to do those kinds of things. It really is special, and it's just a spiritual bond and connection with him that's really, really hard to describe. And I mean, we all have those in our daily lives, don't we? When we experience a miracle, David Brody, you've experienced a miracle. A big miracle here recently. So it's just that drawing closer to him, pressing closer to him as we continue to go through our lives, right?
You know what, if I can relate that really quickly to kind of what we're talking about in this government shutdown, it seems to me that there needs to be some divine intervention, particularly as it relates to Democrats, because the reality is what's happening and what's getting ready to happen is, I think it's fair to describe as inhumane. There are people who are getting ready to lose benefits. There are people who are suffering, people who are getting up every single day, going to work in order to keep this country safe and to keep this country operating, and they're not getting paid, and they're losing. they're losing. They're having to, their families are sacrificing, their families are suffering. And I think it's fair, in my estimation, David, it's inhumane, and there needs to be some divine intervention. To put it plainly, the Democrats need Jesus right now.
Yeah, well, you're not going to find divine intervention in the halls of Congress, sadly. And that's the truth. We always talk about we need more God in our culture and in our society. We need more God in Congress. And don't get me wrong. I mean, there are prayer groups and Bible studies going on all the time in Congress. But having said that, there's also entrenched political differences and philosophy, and honestly, or philosophies, I should say, and honestly, an actual way of life that both the Democrats and Republicans are fighting for. I remember David Lane, who is an evangelical organizer. I'm very close with him. He always said this, and I agree. Someone's values are going to reign supreme. And that's what this is really about. It's a spiritual battle. The values this whole government shutdown is just a proxy fight as part of a much larger fight as it relates to, what values going forward are going to reign supreme, Gina. And, when you leave God out of the mix, this is the type of stuff you get. You get, folks that are affected deeply, not just from a societal standpoint, but in families. When you leave God out of your families are going to suffer too, Gina.
This is also why government is supposed to be very small. You all know how I feel about this whole thing.
We do.
I hope that this will result in major Doge cuts. What happened to Doge? Where's Doge? Can we talk about Doge again? I hope that this will result in people realizing that you shouldn't be working in the public sector if you can avoid it, because the public sector should be very small, very tight, very well conducted. I hope that this will result in efficiency and the elimination of our debt to foreign nations. That's what I hope this will result in. I know that that's not the party line I'm supposed to be towing right now. I do see what the Democrats are doing as the Schumer shutdown and as a complete game, because they've always been the ones, right, who were behind all of this, and they're the ones behind most of the spending. I'm not going to say Republicans are innocent, but we all know that it's mostly Democrats who like big welfare programs and all the rest. So my hope for this is that Americans will absolutely demand a slimmer, trimmer government, and one that is more efficient and much more privatized. Most things that government is doing could and should be privatized. All right, you guys, coming up, we're going to check out the hottest headlines from the Wrap newsroom with T. Bates, and later, ICE agents facing more and more threats. What's being done to stop this? We have those details soon on American Sunrise.